Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Ammerman. I'm the author of the book, The Integrated Leader. The purpose of this book is that you would establish your sense of calling in your life, and then you'd be able to fulfill that. You would know that God is calling you to something great. And how do you do that? How do you know what it is? And then once you know what it is, how do you do it? And it is a step-by-step process by which all the parts are integrated into the whole. You can access this book at Amazon.com. I also have a website, drpeterammerman.com, in which you get into that website and download videos to be used either individually or with a small group or in a one-to-one setting or a class or a life group in your church. And that way you can get the video teachings as well as the exercises that will help you to determine and fulfill your calling. As I shared in the last time, the integrated leader is one who has integrated all the parts into the whole, and that the values agree with one's behavior, agrees with his work, agrees with his finances, agrees with his life. And so that is also capsulized in a Hebrew word, shalom, which literally means wholeness or integrity. Nehemiah demonstrated a clear step-by-step process by which this immigrant, who is in a very weak position, who is serving the king as a cupbearer, went on to fulfill a great calling in rebuilding the walls of Jerusalem. And he showed this faith integration in everything he did. He had that kind of personality that he could motivate a king to actually agree with his action, to finance his action. He could motivate workers to get this project done. And so the purpose of this book is to help you to actually integrate your faith, to become a more integrated leader, to incorporate faith in every aspect of your life, and then to take that same step-by-step process as Nehemiah took to incorporate faith in every area of your life and fulfilling God's calling for your life. In other words, what does God want me to do? And then once I know what he wants me to do, how do I actually do it? Especially what I found with Nehemiah is he was one who incorporated prayer power and a planning process to actually fulfill that great calling on his life. That is, the spiritual prayer power was combined with the material planning process. And those two go together. I have found in my ministry, over 40 plus years of ministry, that Christians err on one side or the other. They either will focus so much on the spiritual prayer power that they miss the material planning process. Or some Christians will do the opposite. They will focus on the material, which is planning process, and miss the spiritual, which is prayer power. Nehemiah was balanced. He incorporated both in his work, prayer power, planning process. And so that whole process, he was able to establish this great calling on his life and establish this great project of rebuilding the walls of Jerusalem.